Greetings. I'm passing a very difficult time with posting videos on Facebook. They are giving me difficulty and hardship. If any of you know how I can make a deal with Facebook, I have an account of some kind that they will allow me to post as many videos as I wish. Please come forward and help me out. Alright, I posted a video from preacher, an evangelist from the US named Miles Monroe, and I ask you to watch it, and I promise to discuss this one step at a time. So I'm not going to be able to finish discussing this video in one video recording, so maybe this will take a couple. So let's go ahead and start. Now the first thing, I hope you noticed that it was a Christian evangelist. So just to be fair and give the issue justice, I'm going to show and compare what the Christian views in this video, not necessarily all the churches, but you know, this is one of the views of the Christians in general. So I'm going to compare this with the Muslim point of view, just to be fair and just. Very well. And to rationalize between, you know, the two beliefs, the two faith, Islam, Christianity, also Judaism, to see, you know, what the Lord Almighty through those three beliefs is trying to tell us, and the dangers that we are facing today, and we need to watch out. Very well. Let me go first. You know, like I said, the whole video was from Mr. Miles, an evangelist, regarding one point of view from Christian perspective. Christian perspective. Now let us see, you know, what Islam has to say. Preacher Miles, you know, mentioned that we have a war. There is a war, and we will come back to that in a minute. All right, it's chapter 4 in the Noble Quran, chapter 4 and verse 119. Let me give you the translation. Okay, let me give you the little story first, to put you in the big picture, so that you will understand what, you know, is going on, what's happening. When the Lord Almighty, according to the Muslims now, part of this story is found in the Jewish Christian book, in the book of Genesis. When the Lord Almighty created Adam, before creating Adam, there were other creatures, different kind of creatures on this planet. Okay, let's start from the beginning again. Our planet, like billions of planets in this galaxy, they started, of course, after the big split. It was nothing, nothing, and then the Lord made this nothing, you know, to split apart, creating what some scientists, you know, say a Big Bang, but the Quran doesn't call it Big Bang. Some would like to argue about this Big Bang issue. It's not a Big Bang, it's a Big Bang. We don't care. That's not what the Lord called it. The scientists, you know, in their own language, they said Big Bang, a huge explosion. But the Quran of the Muslims say split. There was a split. There was nothing, and then from this nothing, a split, a huge split took place. And started, you know, because of this split, you know, was so powerful, cosmic split, universal split, imagine. So now the universe, you know, started to expanding outwards. So if you go to Google and say, you know, expansion of space, you can find out that this is true, according to what came in the Muslim book. And the universe is still expanding as we speak today. And there will come a time that it will stop expanding. Now, What happens to planets or to bodies like our planet, planet Earth? First, because of this split, a huge cosmic smoke, universal smoke, and some scientists, say cosmic dust, whatever. If you see some of the pictures, I can post for you if you like, and they can show you it's exactly like smoke, as the Muslim Quran says. Now, this smoke, under gravity, starts to collapse on itself and putting pressure under tremendous amount of heat. And this is a body now is forming, it's getting, the birth of a planet or the birth of a star. Everybody in the universe. So now, our planet, started from smoke, cosmic smoke, universal smoke, and then start collapsing under gravity, and then tremendous amount of heat was generated. Now all this, started forming a ball of fire. The whole planet was a ball of fire at its birth, the beginning, as an infant, a little baby crawling in the universe. Now, when it was like a ball of fire billions of years back, the Lord Almighty created, after a while, created a creation called the jinn, according, in English, genie. We call them genie, but they are not genie. They don't look like us, a human being, a different kind. From the poisonous fire, this fire produces poisonous gases. From these poisonous gases of fire, the Lord Almighty created this creation named the jinn. And the dust for the jinn during those millions of years past was the fire, the volcanic magma eruption, that the whole planet was a ball of fire. This is their dust. This is their ground. Like today we have the surface, solid ground or surface. This is our dust, what we were created from. But that was their dust. Now, when the surface of the planet started cooling down and getting solid, they went under, following the fire, the magma, from which, later on volcanic eruptions came about to the surface, forming the water on this planet. The water did not come from outer space, like, some theories long time back, and were not valid theories. Now, back to this jinn, the chief master of the jinn, the biggest, the boss, is Satan, called Satan. And we hear about him in every belief, almost every belief. Even Hinduism, vaguely. But in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, it's mentioned clearly. Satan is mentioned. Very well. Now, this Satan and his people, before the creation of mankind, they were using to spill blood and commit all kinds of crimes and corrupting on earth. Even after the surface started cooling down, they start to come out from their dwelling under the ground, next to the fire, volcanic eruption, and magma, to the surface sometimes, to corrupt and do all kinds of evil. And who was watching? The angels. Now there come a time, after millions of years those jinn were corrupting on earth, that the Lord decided to create man. So the Lord Almighty sent a couple of angels to bring Satan to paradise, a place he created for mankind, paradise. Before he created us, he created paradise, according to the Jewish book, Jewish Christian book and Quran. Paradise was there before the creation of Adam. In the book of Genesis, when he created Adam, he put him in paradise, in Jannah, in Garden of Eden. In Quran, the same way. Paradise was in existence before he created the first man. So paradise is prepared for you even before you come to this life. According to Islam, you have a share. No matter who you are, whether you're a believer or a non-believer, the Lord reserved a place for you. One piece of paradise is yours. But the majority of us will not make it to paradise. So those who make it will inherit those who don't. And each one who makes it to paradise, he has 4 pieces of paradise. Each one of us who make it to paradise will have 4 pieces. 1 is ours to start with, and 3 inherited from those who will live in hell eternity to come. Now, you can discuss and argue, this is just, this is not unjust, a different debate. We'll discuss this some other time. So now Satan was brought by the angels to witness the creation of man, Adam. So the Lord, from the dust, he made a human being, a full human being, complete man, on the best image, standing tall, on 2 legs, with wonderful arms. The faces like us, exactly. We come from him. We look like him. Not all of us, of course. He was handsome. The first man was very handsome. Now, before finishing creating Adam, the Lord brought Satan, and the angel told Satan, hush, shut up, don't utter a word. He was asking, what's going on? Why you brought me here? What's happening? Why this huge gathering? Shh. Zip. Don't say a word. Don't talk unless you are talking to or you are asked to speak. You have permission from the Lord to speak. Otherwise, keep your mouth shut. So now the Lord created Adam and he ordered the angels to bow. So all the angels bowed, but Satan did not bow. And Satan is not from the angels. According to Christianity, he was a good angel, beautiful, wonderful, like a peacock. And Muslim adopted that story, but that's not true. According to Muslims, he is from the jinn. It says in chapter number 18 and verse number 50 that all the angels bowed except Satan because he was from the jinn. He was not an angel, a fallen angel or otherwise, like the story in the book, in the Bible. Now the Lord said that this is going to be the ruler and the preserver on planet Earth. He will take care of things on this planet. So Satan was taking care of things on this planet. He was the ruler, absolute ruler. No one else, the chief, but him. So he was very, very angry, burning. He is from the substance of fire anyway. So when the Lord ordered the angels to bow, Satan said, he kept standing up. The Lord asked him why he didn't bow. Instead of being smart up here and answer and say, well, you said to the angels, I'm not an angel. Why should I bow? No, he was so stupid to argue and debate with Allah, with the Lord, praise the Lord. And he said, well, I'm better than him. He's from dust, I'm from fire, a higher substance. How a substance like mine will bow and kneel to a substance like this, from dust? Much lower. So the Lord said, okay, you are condemned to hell because you are not supposed to show pride in my presence in paradise. So Satan answered and said, now judgment has been passed. He's going to hell. He's going to hell. Finished. The Lord judged. So now we come to chapter 4 and verse 119. So Satan promised the Lord Almighty, and he said, I will mislead them. I will lead them astray. Number 1. And I will give them wishes, false wishes, lies. I'll wish them goodness and wealth and everything they wish for. But all are lies. And I will order them. He will order some of us. And he is doing a good job ordering some of us. Those porn addicts are under the orders of Satan, so that they will cut the ears of the animals, like the cows and the sheep and any animal that fall under their hand. And we are doing exactly that. You should see some of the videos I see on my Facebook accounts. You will see in China, for example, Chinese tying a cow into a tree and with a sword hitting it, and the cow is turning around, running and bleeding and pieces chopped. So this is what Satan, promised in the beginning of time, of our creation, because of his zeal. He was so jealous, he was so angry, frustrated. And I will order them that they will change in your creation. And today what we have, an example, I'm giving an example. We have males who make an operation to change to females, females to males. Today, as we speak, we have been seeing this for the last few decades. And you will see males dressed like a female, or males working on their breast to look like a female. But there's still, males down there under the belt. So we are changing in the creation in every which way we can. Even I'm bald, I'm thinking, about putting some hair. So this was the promise from Satan in defiance to the Lord Almighty, and his promises, what he's going to do with mankind. So the Lord says, and whosoever take Satan as his guide and as a ruler and follow his command, apart from the Lord Almighty, not listening to the Lord, but listening to Satan, like Mr. Miles was discussing in the video, those have lost the great, humongous losses, clear as a whistle, which means paradise, eternity forever, eternal joy. They have lost all that. You cannot imagine what a loss is this. What is paradise? You cannot imagine going into hell. What is hell? Maybe one day, if you like, send me emails. We will talk about the pleasures of paradise and the horrors of hell, if you like. It's up to you. Therefore, from the very beginning, when the Lord created Adam, our father, before even creating our mother, wonderful Eve, blessed Eve, Satan was there, and he made those promises and much more. So the Lord says, do not listen to Satan, because he is your enemy and my enemy. He is the Lord's enemy and our enemy. And we are ordered to take him as such, to know for a fact he is the enemy, a clear enemy, and behind every rotten act we are doing, or some of us, Satan is behind. And with full support, with all of his strength. Remember, if you heard Mr. Miles in the video, he did cover part of that. So Satan is behind. If you try, to go on the media or to try to do something good, to guide the people back to the Lord, Satan will come and jump and distortion comes about, and try to find people to speak against what you are trying to do, the good work. Because this is what he's promised. And the Lord said that time, I'm sorry I missed telling you this. So the Lord said, and then Satan, who knew that he's going to hell, he said, please Lord, just wait. Give me a waiting period until you bring them back after resurrection. He knew, because this was the message sent to Satan and his people before mankind. that there is a day after resurrection, etc. And the Christians know resurrection by Jesus Christ. And they have hope in resurrection because of Jesus, according to what they say. So the Lord said, okay, I'm going to wait. Not going to send you to hell right now. Hell existed too before our creation. So I'll wait till I bring him back. So since that time, Satan is working so hard to take with him. He's going to hell. There is no escape. Judgment have been passed. Finished. So now his duty and his target to take as many of us alongside with him to hell. So it's our duty to warn people, please save yourself. If you at least know what is hell, you will struggle so hard to avoid such an end, to seek exodus from hell and entrance into paradise. I'm sorry, just one idea here took the video today, but it's okay. This way you can see my ugly face more often now on this account. I hope you will not get bored from hearing my voice. Very well. So next time we'll pick up from this point. Now we realize and we understand that we are our worst enemy, period. We have other enemies, but this is the top of the list, the highest enemy of ours, Satan and his kind. In the next video, I'll explain to you how you have a Satan 24/7 with you, like a shade, like your shade, companion. The Muslims call him Kareem, companion. He goes with you everywhere you go, even into the shower. He doesn't leave you for a minute. He keeps whispering evil into your heart so that you will offend the Lord. So in the next time we'll talk about this, and we will talk about something called censorship. Censorship, what Mr. Miles mentioned in the video. I told you I'm going to be on Muslim behalf because we have Mr. Miles on Christian behalf, and let us rationalize and see the common ground. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll come next time to continue listening to this conversation and discussion, because it was so powerful for Mr. Miles to mention it in such a beautiful way, and I like it so much. I hope you did too. So take care. We'll meet next time.